w sprzęcie dla najlepszych. Wejdź na groundgame.com.
Okay, so Ivan Dijakovic after KSW 63, at last, couple of months we didn't see each other, so I have lots of questions. Hello Ivan, nice to see you again.
Hello, nice to see you also.
Ivan, so maybe let's talk first about those bouts, about those fights that we already seen here today, this evening. Let's start with Anton. Was it a surprise for you that Kuba Wikłacz was able to submit Anton so fast in the first round?
It was not a surprise because, like surprise, we know that he's a great grappler, you know, and we also know that he have great guillotines and triangle chokes. Yeah, Anton prepared good, you know. He have a long camp. He was in Zagreb, trained. Then he goes to ATT, train with great bantamweights. But I say always, training is training and fight is fight. You know, theory is theory and praxis is praxis, right? Yeah, and I think the guys drill this a lot because he escaped from the first guillotine, then later he goes again on the guillotine. You know, Jakob, oh, congratulations to the team. They prepare really good for us and big respect, you know. But I know Anton will come back. We will analyze the fight and try our mistakes, what we make in this fight, to change and that Anton come in a great way back, you know.
I understand that the plan A was to win the fight and then get the rematch with Sebastian, but do you have a plan B? What do you plan for Anton now? Did you think about what could happen after he will lose the fight?
I don't know, you know. We have, I say, I plan and everybody, you know, that he will win and then get his rematch, you know, the trilogy. But I think he will also come back and will get also, he will fight also against some champion. Now, I'm not the matchmaker of KSW. I don't know who is next for Anton. He have now 2 losses, you know, in the fight before he lost his belt, but make a great fight. I say again, for me, yes, for me was this not a lose. This was, I say, great performance, you know, from both fighters. Yeah, and this was little, I will say, today, some bad luck, you know, bad luck. But respect to Jakob, and we will come back, you know. He will come back, we will come back, and he can fight with everybody. He never choose opponents, you know, and he make now a rest in Croatia, and then he will come back to Germany, and then we will, I think, and next year we will see him back, you know.
Very emotional moment. First win in debut in KSW from Sara Smajic. I already know Sara, and I know that she hits like a man. She is very strong, and also a girl who really has a power and also a technique to have a good fights in octagon. What kind of future do you see before Sara? Maybe next time a fight with Weronika Czerwińska or with somebody else?
I see Sara, he have a bright future, you know. He's really a great fighter, but he's in start of his MMA world, you know, of his MMA career. He have now 4 fights, 3-1 she is, you know, and I think we have to give her time, you know. She steps also injured in the fight, you know. She have some from the sparring because she spars so much with men, because we don't have any women in the gym. Yeah, you know, this is the problem. Then she spars with men, and the men's don't look like a woman. They hit her like men's. Yeah, you know, and then she gets some injury on the ear, you know, and don't spar 3 weeks, you know. Yeah, but I was really happy from Zara that she won. Good performance against a tough opponent, you know. But I think we will see much more. Today we see, I will say, 20% of Sara, you know. but we have to give her time, you know. She's in start in the career, and step by step. Yes, and for the next, who's the next opponent? Also, we have to ask the best matchmaker, Voislav. You know, I think he will give her a great opponent. And she's also open for everybody. But I say step by step.
Okay. Just one more thing. Yesterday at the weigh-ins, Sarah surprised us with her aggressive behavior during the weigh-in. Was it a surprise also for you, or maybe you were expecting that?
No, I don't expecting this, but I think she don't fight so long time, more than 1 year, you know, and then all the emotions get out, okay. you know, and then I think that it was nothing personal. You see also after the fight, they hug each other, they give respect each other. It's part of the game, right? Before the fight, on the way in, little aggression hour, and after the fight they give respect. And also people like to see little show, right?
Oh yes, I told already Tommy after the weigh-ins, I can see that Sarah knows how to do the show, so she really does. Okay, so the last one is the fight from Roberto Soldic and his next defense of the belt. It was a tough fight, I think, but I also think that we could see something new in the game of Roberto. Those trainings with Gleison Thibault give some effects, I think.
Of course, 100%. I say this, look, Roberto is a complete fighter, what he always say in the interview, but he don't show it, you know. Today, before the fight, he say, today I make MMA. I will show the people also MMA fight, not only a striking fight, you know. And he knows a long time. He's a complete fighter, you know. It's not from today. It's not from 1 year. The whole process, you know, when he start MMA, you know. And he's a complete fighter with great striking skills, knockout power. You know, I don't know who have this knockout power in welterweight division on the whole world. But he can wrestle. He can BJJ. You know, he's complete, and today he showed it, and he showed it against a really, really tough Patrick Kinsel. He's a tough guy. He fights with great people, you know, and he can take punches, you know. He can give punches back. He showed character. He was able to take down Roberto, to control him, you know. He don't do any damage in the second round, but he control. He hold him on the ground, you know. Roberto try, I think, the guillotine. He had him in a tough squeeze guillotine, I think, but he escaped from the guillotine, you know. No, and then in the third round, Roberto, I think, sprawl, and then swipe him, and yes, and then he do ground and pound, yeah. No, I think it was a great MMA fight for the fans and for the people, and it's also good that everybody knows now, maybe who don't believe, you know, but today he shows that he is a complete fighter.
After the fight, Roberto came to Mamed Khalidov. He bent the knee and asked him for the fight. Well, I think it's a good thing that fans can see so many respect between those two guys, because I also know that this fight will be a very tough fight for the Polish fans and the fans of KSW. They love Roberto, but they also love Mamed. How do you think, how real this fight is? We talked with Maciej Kawalski, and he said this is the fight to be made.
I think this is the biggest fight in KSW history, and it's a fight who have to be. I don't know when, you know. I say this also before. Mamed is the biggest, for me, is Mamed the biggest legend in MMA. We all respect him so much, you know. He's a legend, you know. What can I say? He's a legend, and for Roberto, it's an honor to fight against so legend, you know. This is nothing, you know. It's nothing bad. It's really with so much respect. He goes in and he showed this also, you know. And I think it's nothing bad when some young fighter asks a legend, let's share the cage together and give a great show for the people, for the fans. It's not only for Poland, it's for I think for the world, you know. I think this fight you can sell worldwide and everybody will watch it, because this is the generation, right? The legend, the wolf, Mamed Khalidov against Roberto Soldic, Robocop, you know, and also little different styles, but also both are so explosive in the stand-up, you know. Mamed also great on the ground, great heel hooks, great arm bars, you know, and I think we will we will see a great fight, and I would love to see it, you know, with all respect for both, you know, and I think we have to do it like in a boxing fight, like in a big boxing fight, to give directly 2 fights, signing 2 fights. Doesn't matter who win the first fight and make 6 months later the rematch, you know, for that make both guys money, you know, for the family, you know, because I think it's good for both. Mamed have also family. It's not more the youngest. Roberto also have, I think, now earned some big money, you know, and with this fight I think he can earn big money, you know, and I think, like a fan, I would love to see this fight and let the best man win the fight, you know. Only with love, no hate, with no bad blood, only with real respect, mixed martial arts respect, and the better guy win.
Yeah. During KSW 63, we also could see the fight from David Zawada in UFC. Well, David lost the fight, but it was a very tough fight, and also I understand that this change of opponent could really affect on his preparation, and this how he looked in the cage.
I don't see the fight, I only see some scenes, you know, but I get some message from lots of people. They say me really tough fight, close fight. Yes, he fight against Moreno. I think they changed the opponent 1 week before the fight. Moreno is a really tough, strong opponent with 8 wins, 4 losses in UFC.
Stronger opponent than the previous one.
Yes, much more stronger. The other Russian fighter was 1-1 in the UFC. And this guy have much more experience, beat Cerrone, you know, with knockout. But David shows again great heart. He never escaped from any fighter. He always fight in the 5 UFC fights, what he fight. I think he fights really always with great fighters with a big record in the UFC and always make great fights, you know.
What's the future for David? How do you think? Is it possible that UFC will give him another chance?
I don't know, you know, now he's 1-4 in the UFC, but always, I say again, always shows great fights. I don't know what the matchmakers think. I hope they will give him one more shot, you know. He deserves it, you know, he deserves it, and he always shows great heart and great fights, and I hope that UFC, Sean Shelby, Dana White give him a chance, one more fight, you know.
Okay, so maybe let's talk about brother of David, Martin. Can we expect some next fight in KSW? Are there any talks about it, about comeback from Martin?
Yes, I think we can expect, you know, but we have to see now, you know. The plan was of KSW also, I don't know when, but also to go to Germany, right? But I don't think that they will go this year because of the pandemic and so. But I think Martin have 1-2 more fights. He also always shows great fights, and I hope to see him back in the KSW cage.
And for sure we can say that fans are waiting for him. I can see it on our social medias.
For sure.
Okay, Ivan, how did it happen that Abusa Magomedov is no longer in KSW, he's in UFC?
Okay, from Abus the contract expired, you know, but we have we talk with Martin Lewandowski and with Vojislav. They offered us that Abus goes in the light heavyweight. First, Abus also think about it and say, okay, he will try it because he have this suspension 6 months, and then he tried to gain weight, make lots of weightlifting, you know, gain also a little, but then when he start the normal training again, then he lose weight, you know. Yeah, and then he also talked with the family, you know, and then he decide for himself 84 is better for me, but he say, hey, when KSW wants that I fight with Narkun, no problem. Let's make not a title fight. Let's make a catch weight in 90 kilos, and this we can make. But I also understand KSW and in my eyes don't make this sense. You know what I mean? He's a big champion in light heavyweight. It's only the fight for the I make only the fight for the belt. Makes sense for Narkun and for KSW, yeah. And then we talk, and then we decide, you know, but good, in a good way, to decide, because Abus will not fight against Roberto, Abus will not fight against Mamed, you know, and I think there are no openings for Abusa in 84 kilo. Respect to all guys, to all middleweight fighters in KSW, but I think only maybe with Scott will be a great fight, you know. But that's it. And then we decide, and KSW together, they will not make a new contract. Yeah, he was a free agent. Yeah, and then he get lots of offers from different big organizations, and he decided to sign with UFC. You know.
Okay. And Shamil Musaev, also fans want to know what is happening with Shamil and when we will see him again in this round cage of KSW.
Yes, Shamil Musaev, he's back. He signed a new contract with KSW, and I can only say this: we will see Shamil sooner than everybody expect. I'm really excited to see the silent killer back in the KSW cage.
In which weight class?
He will take over in welterweight. You know, I say this also for all guys who ask for the fight Roberto and Shamil. This we'll also not see. This I can also say for the future, guys. This fight you will not see. But I think there are lots of fighters in welterweight who he can fight, and then we will see. You know, maybe he will go up. Or Roberto goes up in middleweight, and then he give the belt free. We will see, but Shamil have a new deal and he will coming for all the guys, you know.
Okay, what about Daniel Torres?
Yes, Daniel Torres also. Daniel Torres will soon defeat his belt. Not soon, but soon, you know. not
this
soon.
year? This year?
I think yes, of course.
Okay.
Not soon like Shamil, so soon, but also soon. Yeah, and yeah, I think we will see the rematch. You know, I think at the end of the day, KSW will decide it, what they do. Did they want to see the rematch? But I think we will see the rematch, you know, because there was a contender fight with Saladin and Philip Page. You know, Saladin win the fight, and I think we will see the rematch soon.
Great. Okay, last one from me. I would like to ask you about your MMA event, EMC. When will it held? Next event, and who is going to fight? Do you have any fight card, at least a part of it?
Yes, we're planning. You know, we have to fix now some things because of the pandemic. Again, the numbers goes high in Germany. We was planning in October normally, but now maybe November. But we will have to check. Yes, there are some names. There will be again also some Polish fighters on the fight card, and what we also plan for the future, we will see when, but of course we will also come maybe 22 to Poland with EMC, you know. Yeah, but we will for sure, when everything goes good and no stress with the pandemic, you know, not some rules, we will have this year one more show with EMC.
Interesting. Okay, so thank you for the information about Shamil, Abusa, and thank you for this that we could talk about KSW 63. So we wait for the fight from Roberto and Mamed Khalidov, and also I hope to see you again soon in Poland with Shamil or with other guys from your UFD gym. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you all to all Polish fans. Thank you to KSW. Yeah, see you soon.